Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. In the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I am a Zimbabwean man that has been staying here in South Africa for a very long time. I actually have a very good job. And what happened was that all of these years I have been faithful to my wife, and I used to have a lot of temptations, especially at work. I work with a lot of South African women, and I train a lot of South African women that will be doing their internships at the company where I am working, because it is a very big multinational company that I am working for. So I always told myself that I will never cheat on my wife, no matter the pressure that I used to get from these women that we would be working with. So this year I made a very terrible mistake, my brother. I started dating this very beautiful South African woman, and I told him everything about me, and now she is blackmailing me. And I even told him about my legal status here in South Africa, and now she is even using that, demanding money from me. So what happened, brother, is that I fell in love with this woman, and she seemed like someone who is a very nice person, very sweet. I was giving her all that she wanted: a girlfriend allowance, a nails to be done, a hair to be done. Then that was when I discovered that she had another man that she had been sleeping with. But to this very day, she refused, and she says that it is a lie. She was not sleeping with that man. So I want other people to assist me, mainly women, to help me out if I am the one who is wrong, because she says that you are the one who is a cheating bastard because of what you did to me. So what happened at that time was that I had tried to call her, but she could not pick up my phone. So then I just went to the place where she is staying, and I am the one that is renting out the apartment for her. I went there, and then I went straight to the bedroom, and I discovered that she was sitting on the bed with another guy. So she said that it really does not even matter if you find your woman sitting in bed with another man, as long as they are friends. It really does not matter. They were just talking. So after that guy had left, we then started to fight. And I just thought that maybe if we make love, everything was going to be sorted out. So we ended up sleeping together, but because of the stress, I ended up cheating on him as well, and she found out. So the day that she found out, she went crazy, and now this is her condition. She's saying that I want you to buy clothes for my kids this December, and not only to buy clothes for my kids this December, I also want you to buy me a phone as well as 10k that she wants on top. So this money that she wants, I'm scared that once I take out so much money out of the account, my wife is going to find out, and it is going to be a very huge mess in my marriage once she finds out. And she has said that if you do not do this, I am going to the police station to report you because you raped me. So I said, how is it even possible that something that happened a very long time ago, now you say that I raped you, but yet we were even touching each other, kissing? And she said, for the fact that I told you that I am not in the mood because you are boring, you are saying that I am sleeping around, and yet you want to have sex with me, therefore you raped me. So this is the story that she is now coming up with. I'm scared that if I do not do this, she will harm me and she will mess up things for me. And I'm scared at the same time, if I let her do this and she gets away with it and I give her the money, then this is going to be something that she will continue doing. So I need advice from your listeners, from women, if this thing that she wants to do to me, if I should just go ahead and give her the money, or I should resist her. Please give me advice, and I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Let us try to speak with him in the comment section. Let us give him the advice in the comment section. Then there is another message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. The message that he sent to me, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I have come here because I need advice from your listeners, and I want to know if this is real, what is happening to me, if it is being caused by the blood of the child, the innocent child that my girlfriend was carrying at the time when I went to a red garment prophet to bewitch him. So what happened, brother, was that I had been in South Africa for a very long time. I had been dating this other woman, but we ended up breaking up because of other reasons. So then I said, let me go back home and to look for another one. But I then met another girl, and she did not have a mobile phone. So I was using a friend's phone to communicate with her. So a friend, she knew everything that we were busy planning, and a friend was like this. Even if I would speak with my girlfriend, then after we would have finished speaking, then the friend would lie and pretend as if she was my girlfriend. We would even get naughty, talking about romantic stuff. I would even send some nudes to her, thinking that I am sending these nude pictures to my girlfriend, and she would delete them. And I later found out about this, but I did not say anything to my girlfriend. All that I did was that I bought a phone. This was an iPhone that I bought for her for 15k. Even though it was a used iPhone, I went to an iStore and I bought it, and then I gave it to my girlfriend. I then also gave her money and I bought other things for her. When I returned back home, she stayed with me for about a month, and I returned back to South Africa. She told me that she was pregnant, and then I looked for some money and I sent some of my relatives to go home and inform relatives that it was I that had impregnated their daughter, and we did. So everything was moving according to plan. But then that was when a friend whom I used to communicate with a lot, she then told me that, do you know that you are busy here sending money to your girlfriend, but do you know that your girlfriend, she has been cheating on you, and she is another man that she has been sleeping with? And I said, you are lying. She then said, no, it is the truth. The time when you came here, when you slept with her, the reason as to why she wanted you to stay for such a long time, it was because she was pregnant already. She wanted you to think that you was the one that had impregnated him. So I was so angry. And then she said, I know that you love him. If you want, I can take you to a prophet so that this prophet can bewitch and remove the pregnancy, and you can continue with your relationship with her. So then I went back to Zim, and I went with my girlfriend's best friend to a red garment prophet who gave me a doll and a lot of needles, and he told me to stab that doll with the needles. Everywhere where I would stab the doll with the needles, then there would be blood that will be coming out after the ritual. And then he told me that I could return back to South Africa. I did as he had instructed me to do. I returned back, and then my girlfriend told me that she was being rushed to the hospital. I really did not care. She then told me that she had a miscarriage, and then my troubles began. To this very day, I am someone that is living a very painful life. Sometimes I can have money, but Brother Nashim, to tell you what I do with that money, I really have no idea. I have money today, the next day I do not have money at all. At work, I am always hated by the people that I will be working for. And when I go to different prophets, they all tell me the same thing. They say that my hands are covered in blood, and the blood of the innocent is crying out to God. I need advice from your listeners. What am I supposed to do in this situation? Is it possible that if you force someone to have an abortion like what I did, then it means that in the eyes of God, you are no longer innocent? If so, if this is what it means, then what am I supposed to do in order for God to forgive me? I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother who is asking, and he's saying, is it possible that once you assist someone to do an abortion, then your hands are no longer clean, they are covered in blood? If so, what am I supposed to do? Let us try to assist him in the comment section. Then there is another message that was sent to us by one of our dear brother. The message, it reads like this: hello brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my story as anonymous? I am a South African man, and in our community there is this other woman. She is from Zim, but she is a prophetess. I do work in the government. One day when I returned back from work, because I have been facing bullying at work, and there are people that do not like me in general at work, even though they even earn more money than I do. And the problem started when I was sick. There was one woman from work who actually said, when I returned back, I thought that you were going to die. So it really scared me when that woman said that to me, and she said it casually. I even reported the matter, but when you report to people that also do not like you, the matter will never go anywhere. So I always share this with my wife and also my brother. So my wife has told me that there is this other woman that comes from Zim who is staying in our community. She's saying that if we go there, maybe we can try some luck. And I have heard these confessions. I've been listening to this program. It has been almost 2 years now, ever since I started listening to this channel. And my wife, she really does not like to listen to confessions or YouTube in general. She does not like it. And she does not have any idea about some of the things that you have read and some of the things that I have listened to. So I tried to explain to her that maybe we'll end up in a very big mess if we go there. But my wife, she is saying that we have to go there so that you can be strengthened at work, and there is no one that will continue bullying you at work. I want you to be at peace. What if I go there and then I am given some things that will turn out to be ritual stuff, like I am always hearing in the confessions that you are always reading? Please, brother, help me with advice. I really need advice right now. Should I go and speak with that prophetess? Please assist. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to us through Facebook by one of our dear brother. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Must he go and get some blessing from the prophetess? At the same time, he's saying that he is scared of being given things that will start to mess up, because he's saying that apart from bullying, financially he is very stable. It is only that he is being bullied at work. What a sad story. If you are also a victim of being bullied at work, you can also give us your confession as well, so that people can know and understand that these things, they do not happen only at school, but they also happen in the workplaces. Then there is another message that I want to share with you, and the message, it reads like this: hello brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I am a woman and I am staying here in Harare. I have my own confession that I want to share with you. I want people to know that the majority of these churches that are popping out of nowhere, most of these people, in order for them to get a lot of followers, they can go to traditional healers. They can do stuff that most of you will find to be gross and to be horrific, like what we wanted to do, me and my husband, but things did not work out. Maybe if things had worked out in our favor, I was not even going to contact you. We could have been famous, me and my husband. So I worked at this other place, a very nice place in Belgravia. I was an office cleaner. So the people that I was working for, they are ultra rich. My husband, he was an evangelist. He would go around the locations preaching the word of God. So he always told me that he wanted the church that he had started to go big. His idea was that maybe if we can get some music instruments, then people would come to the church, because there was no one really that wanted to come to his church that he had started. Then I thought of an idea. I said, how about I borrow money from my bosses? We buy the instruments, then we pay them gradually. So that was the idea that I got at that time. So after that, I spoke with my boss about that issue. My boss then said, no, we cannot give you money now. What we can teach you is how to go to the river and to catch your own fish, so that you will be independent. And then that was fine with me. It was really perfect. They said, all that we want you to do is to go and apply for a passport. We did so using our own money, and then they booked the flight tickets and the hotel where we were staying when we went to Nigeria at this other pastor's house. We went to Nigeria and we met this pastor. They introduced the pastor to us, and the pastor started to pray for us. What shocked us was that the very next morning, when we went to see the pastor, we were taken to the office, and there was a Nigerian traditional healer that was waiting for us. We were told by the pastor that this healer was going to baptize us. We were taken to this other river, and when my husband was baptized, when he came from under the water, he was holding a very beautiful fish with so many colors. That is how we joined the marine kingdom, in order to make our church go big so that we can become rich. We returned back to Zim with the charms that we had been given. By then we knew that this, whatever that we wanted to do, it was no longer about God, but it was about serving the devil and getting as much money as you can before we could blow up. Unfortunately, my husband's relatives, they started to go to traditional healers, because they felt that there was something that was happening in the spiritual realm. When they went to a Sangoma, the Sangoma saw everything that had happened, but he did not see us in Nigeria. Rather, he was wrong in the spirit. He saw us in a village in Mutoko, where he thought we had done the ritual. So we refused, and we said, we have never been to Mutoko. We just went to Nigeria to get prayed for. So our relatives, my husband's relatives, they then did a go back to sender on us. After they had done a go back to sender, our church stopped functioning altogether. Those charms that we had gotten from Nigeria, they were destroyed. And as for me, this go back to sender, this is how it affected and still affects me to this very day. There are times when I get a stroke. This stroke that I do get sometimes, it happens only on my hand. Like my hand can become so stiff, so much that I'll be unable to move it, to use it, to do anything. It is because of that go back to sender. And my husband now is someone that drinks alcohol. He does not care about church anymore. Yet he used to be a very big evangelist in our location, even though our church was really small, but he used to preach the real word of God. So I just want to give a warning to other people out there. When you go to get prayed for by people that would have started their churches, you just need to be careful, because some people, they can do anything just in order for them to have a big following, people coming to their church, because it is all about money at the end of the day. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to us by one of our dear sister, who is saying that they once started a very big church. It was big, but there were no people that would come to the place where they had started their church. Because she said people love to see miracles. If they come to your church and all that you are doing is you are preaching about heaven, paradise, hell, people do not want that. People want something they can touch. They want someone who can tell them that you are going to prosper, you're going to become very rich. So people were not coming to their church, so they went to Nigeria to get some marine spirits that will assist them at their church. But unfortunately, their relatives then went to a traditional healer to do a go back to sender. Strange things indeed. They do happen in this world. Let us try to talk about this in the comment section.